All right, and we're live. How's it going, Guap?
What's up?
Not much. Just another week, or is it? It's Masters week.
Masters week, little special week, a major tournament, first major of the year,
First
2023.
major tournament. So let's just get right into it. The Live guys. That's gonna be overshadowing the whole week this week.
Well, hold on. What do we? I mean, you were really big last week, or you want to see who you picked?
Oh yeah, let's before we jump right into it. Let's talk about last week, the Valero, where
Okay,
I did not do as well as the match play.
this is what you had: top five: Siwoo Kim, Alexander Noren. Then you had Ryan Palmer winning,
Ryan Palmer. That was a shot in the dark. Let me
and
see.
then I had Davis Riley, Christian Bezuidenhout, and I had Corey Connors winning.
Corey Connors winning. So Guap called the winner. Let's give him a round of
Wow.
applause. And
Wow.
let's think about how much money he bet on Corey Connors to win too.
Millions.
He bet millions. He would have got like 20-1.
Millions.
Yeah, Mike. Let's see, Noren. Who did I pick? Noren, Kim, Si Woo Kim.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. He finished. That was like my top finisher at 39. Noren. I think he got cut. Davis Riley, did he get cut too?
I don't know. I think
They were just not in it.
So Corey Connors.
Yeah, that was a good call with Corey Connors, though. Jesus. Yeah, Riley withdrew.
Yeah. So I mean that's that. Like we said, we watched a little of it.
Watched a little of it. Wasn't. I mean, I guess it was kind of dramatic.
And that Rogers guy was leading Saturday, but he just fell out of it. Harry Higgs was kind of in the mix Saturday.
Cooch.
He fell out. Yeah, Kuchar. So it was a weird week. Not a lot of players there.
There were like some names that came up towards the top. Like after the first day, I was feeling pretty good about like fantasy at least because I had a bunch of exposure to some people. But like Hatton, I thought Hatton was better. I thought he was a good putter. I'm not sure what's going on with Hatton.
Yeah, it's like majors. I would like for this. I'm not touching them for
Why?
Masters this week.
Just because of the route going into it, or
just because there's other guys. I just think that are going to be at the top. Like Haddon, he's a good player, but I don't know what's his Masters finishes.
good point. Got to look at course history, especially at Augusta. There's
Yeah,
only been one. There's only been one person who's won the Masters, on their first try.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. I bet Haddon could play well here. But I just don't see it. This course is I don't know. Well, we can get into the Masters now.
All right.
With the live, I don't think Liv's going to be overshadowing it. It's just like even I was watching like an interview with Cam Smith, and he was like, said he didn't know what to expect on the range, but he was like, it was cool. Everyone was cool. He said a lot of people he hasn't seen in a while because he's
Cam
see all those
Smith
guys on the range.
Well, he also said that he was not prepared and he's not playing like he wanted to going into it.
Yeah, but
And he's been
he did. But
taking dumps on the course.
But he, I mean, it's Cam Smith, bro. He's played well here. He could turn it around.
You think so? Even like with the lack of competition, it almost seems like people that go to live are just like coasting.
I honestly think that doesn't matter. I mean, and then it's like, how are we ever going to measure that? Like, unless a live guy wins, like what if he doesn't?
It's going to be expected. There's 18 live guys in it. That's a third of the field.
Yeah,
a fourth. There's what did I say? Did I say how many people are in it? I think it's like 80. and then 50 make the cut. Is it something like that?
That sounds about right.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know how it is to just going from having to like earn your pay per se, even though a lot of people people make a lot of their money off sponsors versus um the purse you win for actually winning. But with Live, like you almost lose your sponsors. Like Phil doesn't have that iconic hat anymore. Just some random.
They actually just got their teams are getting sponsors now.
Yeah,
apparently, like DJ's gonna have they're gonna wear their team logo,
like esports.
Then they're gonna they're starting to have other logos too.
I
don't know if Cam Smith was wearing his team logo though, but he had like 3 logos on his thing in that interview.
Yeah,
there's gonna be logos there. That I don't know. I don't think that any of that really matters. These guys want to win this tournament. This is like DJ even said. Like they all say they're like, I don't even care. Like that's why he kind of went to Live. He's like, I really only care about the majors. Like
that's what
has said it multiple times too. He's like,
but then look at
other tournaments are cool, but like they want to win these tournaments.
Look at the guy who was in the top 50 last year who qualified for the Masters, but or top 50, and then he went to Live. Now he's out of the top 50. He can't play in it. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, then it's
because you don't get one world, or what is it? You don't get world golf rankings for live events, which I could see that changing here soon.
Yeah, it probably will.
Because that doesn't seem fair as far as a competitiveness for business. Like you can't just own that. I read a whole article about Live versus PGA today. It seems like it's in a weird place. And you gotta like, from the player standpoint, you gotta kind of feel for them, because they got thrown a bunch of money at them to go play somewhere, and you're like, yeah, like why wouldn't I go do this?
Yeah, I don't feel for them for not being able to play the Masters. Like they had
as far as like
I could give a shit.
Going to Live,
their bag,
going to Live, and it affecting.
Yeah,
their ranking in the world golf.
I could give a fuck. I mean, I would like to see like
I
don't care about the guy. No, I said this is what I mean. I don't care about the guy who you said like, oh, he was top 50 or whatever, and he's out. Like that, I don't care. There's other ways in, but I would like to see like Cam Smith's ranking.
Okay, yeah, there's a bunch of ways in.
DJ's ranking, but those guys like DJ, like as soon as you win one, you're just in.
You're just in, but not everyone has that.
No, and that's like not everyone should have a chance at this tournament. This is the Masters. This is a major tournament. This is the pristine, pristine tournament.
But a guy
Bobby
who
Jones, they made this course was made to be a major golf tournament. That's literally why it was made. Bobby Jones.
So a guy who was top 50 in the world. Who now isn't. Now he doesn't have a chance to win it. Now he doesn't have a chance to get qualified for the Masters.
Should have thought about that. At that point, you're deciding you want the cash. Which fuck, I'll take the cash too. Don't feel sorry for me because I can't get in the fucking Masters tournament.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling sorry for millionaires, bro. Like.
It's not about feeling sorry for millionaires. Like that's not what this conversation is about. It's more about competition and like per se, if people would be the top in the world and they don't get the chance at the Masters, you can argue that there's less competition in the Masters now, and that's kind of what Live is taken away.
No, well, I wouldn't even say it's more. There's less competition in other. This Live players are still in this. The rest of the PGA Tour, there's less competition. But this, like, Cam Smith's there. There's a lot, like you said. 18.
Yeah, because he won the British Open. This after
is like
a few years,
this is like I wonder how similar the field is to last year.
I don't know.
But if Live is going to be, I don't know if these two can coexist. Like I think you're meaning like I think what you're trying to say is like, okay, in 50 years from now, or 20 years from now, when you have guys that only came out of Live, they'll never have a chance at the Masters if the Live's still a thing.
That's if World Golf Ranking decides not to count
Yeah.
live events. And I think
Yeah.
they will. But like, look at Mickelson. Mickelson is just, he's terrible.
Yeah, but he got paid. And like you said, he kind of did it for the PGA. Like at the end, like he knew someone had to do this because he always said like PGA just, I mean, look, they do this and all of a sudden PGA can just like, the purses are just like double. Like, come on, man. Like,
Speaking about the purses, why is the Masters purse so much less than a lot of the designated events?
Because the PGA doesn't rule over the Masters purse. So it's not affiliated with the PGA. It's way more like the fucking players is like 25 mil, right? Yeah, it's way more than this, right? Than the Masters purse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they even come out with what the purse is?
I think it's only like 14 mil or 10 mil, maybe, or 20 mil.
15.
Yeah.
But they get a bunch of world golf rankings. They become
Dude,
it's like
you get a
more
green
prestige.
jacket.
Yeah, it's
get-
more about
yeah,
being the prestige of it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. This is just everyone wants to win this tournament.
Who do you want to win this tournament?
Are we going picks? Who I want to win, and it's been like I think I told you already. We talked about it. I like Cam Smith. I fuck with Cam Smith. I would like to see Cam Smith win. Who I wouldn't mind, but then it's also like kind of like the live thing to me. Like I kind of like as a PGA, like I'm not as, and this is how most people are. I'm not as. I mean, we're doing PGA Rainmakers. We're not doing live, right? We're not doing live daily. I just
You
am
could.
not- I wish Cam Smith stayed with PGA. He's one of those guys where I'm like, okay. I used to really like Koepka too, but he kind of became a dick to me.
Just
I
to
like
you
DJ
personally,
too.
he like said, did he say something to you?
Yeah. Cam Smith, I would like to see him win. And then it's kind of interesting. It's like I think like Homa's kind of at like the wayside right now because all these other live guys are back in. So I think Homa could kind of sneak up there.
That's
saying
who I
he's
want
gonna
to see win.
win.
I don't know what.
I don't think he's gonna win.
I don't
though.
know why. I don't know why Max Homa has just. I've been picking him to win a lot of things lately. I think it might have been from that like video I watched. I forget where I watched it. Where Tiger
Yeah.
Woods like is talking about Homa. Like, yeah, look at his approaches. He's coming
I
into it.
think you could see Hatton, but you know what? What I was looking at, and from watching this tournament, like I was saying, there's certain guys you see just in major tournaments. Oosthuizen, I always see him in major tournaments. He's older now though, but but then I started looking at his Masters. He's had a few good finishes, but there's another guy, and this is almost like I didn't want to give you this info until after we make our lineups against each other. But I think
Already
a good
made
play is Charles Schwartzel. Like this dude just goes off in the Masters, bro. Like
Just at Augusta.
yeah, like look at all his like finishes and look at Schwartzel. Like he's just like he'll be like top 20. He's one of those guys. Spieth and Rahm. Rahm has a really short history at the Masters, but he's like had some really good finishes. And then Spieth as well. I think Spieth is just he's the wild card. He's not a dark horse. He's just a wild card. Like he can win this tournament. He could just go out and do it. He's already won it.
Spieth.
He's had some history here. He's had some really, good golf and some horrible golf, like choke golf.
Okay. And so that brings me to my next point. Have you heard about the weather?
Yeah, I heard it's gonna rain and be like windy. So if it's gonna wind, then it's gonna be like low scores. If the wind isn't too much of a factor and it rains, there's gonna be lower scores because that same shit happened 2020, 2021 when DJ won and they had it in like November. It was raining and the course was
And now
softer.
here's Ollie
I
Williams
don't
with the
think it'll be
Blackie
as
weather
soft as
forecast.
that,
Ollie,
but it'll be
it's gonna
softer.
rain.
So then these guys get a little more aggressive because otherwise, this shit, the ball just runs all over the place. Like it's gonna look like my chipping was the past few days. Just
They're not going to
skull
blade
fucking
everything.
everything. and then you just see the ball roll past. So if it rains, there's gonna be soft. It's gonna be softer.
It's gonna be soft, and it's just a matter of how hard it rains, lightning, and then who can take advantage of that. It helps
DJ
it helps chipping. It helps chipping a bunch because now the lightning
your short
fast
game needs
greens.
to be on here, bro.
It does, but it helps the approaches too. But now your drives, now it gives advantage to the longer hitters who can just carry and don't expect the roll. So,
Finau plays well here. He has pretty good history here. He was there. He was in the final group with Tiger on 2019 when Tiger won.
It's gonna rain.
Morikawa last couple times he played decent, but like I said, if it that year November when it was soft and rainy, I think DJ was like 20 under, bro. He like
that was the COVID year, right?
Yeah, the COVID year, and Cam Smith was like 15 under. Then last year Scheffler won it at like 10 or 11 under. So that's a pretty big difference.
The COVID year was later in the year too. Wasn't so lightning.
No, it was November.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying. It's softer. It'll kind of be like that, but it's not gonna be as soft because I don't think so. Probably playing firm.
It's gonna be quick.
Zalatoris has some history here. He's played well here in this short period of time. I mean, I think he's only played here the last 2 years, maybe. But he hasn't been playing that good at golf. Same with
he's been like hurt.
Yeah.
He's been hurt like with Fitzpatrick. I don't know why. They've been hurt. Morikawa, he just can't putt.
Yeah,
he just decides like there was
putt.
an interview with him at the Players, and he was like talking, and then he just takes a dump on the. He just doesn't putt well in the back nine. He like 3-putted, and ever since then it seems like he's been struggling. But you can say that about a lot of these people. Just struggling. Like golf is tough. People just struggle as of late, or like Jordan Spieth. He had that run where he got second, right? But you still kind of just like think that he hasn't been doing well because he didn't do well in the match play. Same with JT. Like JT, I think he could go off. He could have a good Masters.
He plays like tougher condition tournaments. I think JT shines.
Out of the big three, who do you think has the best chance?
Honestly, I want it it goes back to like you said, like who's been consistent recently. Scheffler and Rahm are the hottest, right? I want to say Rahm.
You want to say Rahm's been the hottest, huh?
No, I want to say Rahm could win.
Okay.
Rahm probably damn near has been the hottest, though. Not recent weeks. I'm saying from the beginning.
Like the last month and a half.
I'm saying for the beginning of the PGA season, it's Scheffler and Rahm.
Right.
And Rahm's maybe one more.
I think they've both won once. Well, Rory hasn't done anything. Scotty has won one. Rahm has won once. Right? Or has he run twice?
I think he's won twice. No, he's won 3 times.
This year? I guess I wasn't following it during football season, so.
Yeah, he won at Genesis. That was his 3rd win in 2023. So if you look at this year, bro, he's.
Oma won a tournament. He won the Farmers. American Express, he won. Tournament of Champions, that was January. You're going to count that for this year? Whatever. The American Express was January of this year, too. I guess January's not that long ago.
But yeah, as of the last few weeks, yeah, Rahm hasn't been playing that great, right? But overall, this year,
I thought
Scheffler.
I thought McIlroy was coming into his own there at the match play. Like he was scary. I didn't want going up against him.
Rory, this is the one he's missing for the career Grand Slam. Like he's never won this tournament. This is
It's
Yeah,
a matter
Rory
of
wants it bad.
how hot he
He
comes.
finished well last year too. Yeah, it's I think putts like that match play with that putter change and he's draining putts, then look out. Because
I
he's
think
Rom his putting's already been off. We know Rom can putt. Rom needs his driver to be accurate because here it gets narrow quick, you know. And Rory, let's just assume Rory's gonna be pounding drives, right? It's gonna be the flat stick for Rory. If he can putt, he's made that putting change, like you said, that match play. I mean, he was draining, bro.
yeah.
We'll see. And then who can hold for these 4 days? If it's going to be 10, 11 under, then you're going to have a day. The winner's going to have a day where he shoots like even par or 1 under. That can, that can be a thing. Like, I wonder what Scheffler's rounds were.
What do you mean his rounds?
Last year, like what his
Like his
each round was.
each round.
4 rounds. What do you score? Actually, it shows it on the Masters website. Yeah, so last year he went 69, 67, then he went 71, 71. So
And
the court
he was
he
like
won.
able to 3-putt to win or 4-putt to win by 3 strokes, right? Yeah. But yeah, I think it can go one of two ways with McIlroy with making all those changes. Like maybe he got some confidence in the match play, but at the same time, when you make those major changes, and yeah, it could work out well for a tournament. But once things go wrong and you can't really adjust, or I don't know, it could also go the other way. But hopefully he has that under control. That would be a cool story to watch this week.
Who, Rory?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean last year, did you see last year when like how he finished? It was like him and Morikawa were playing together and like they were both in the sand on 18.
Oh, and they
And
both chipped in.
Yeah. And he finished second. I don't know. Like I said, like as much as I like to bag on Koepka now, like Koepka did just win his live tournament.
Where he battled out the greats of McIlroy. Or sorry, of Mickelson. And I don't really know who else is in the live, but I'm sure it's deep fields. But at the same time, how many shots did you watch of that live tournament?
Oh, none. But I mean,
Exactly. Nobody did.
but what is that?
If somebody wins a tournament and nobody watched the tournament, is it really a tournament or is it just like things?
Yeah, I mean, he went out there, he hit the ball, he chased it, put it in the hole. At the end of the day, they're doing the same fucking shit this week. He's already played on the biggest stages. He's been there. He was in the top 5 that year that Tiger won too.
Yeah, I remember that. And I mean, he was in it. I'm surprised he's ranked so far down. I thought he was like the GOAT there for a bit. He just had his little run.
Yeah, it ended in like 2019 because he's been hella hurt. He was hurt hella. He had like he had a couple surgeries. He was hurt, and he's just like everyone probably is down on him because after watching the fucking Full Swing Netflix, like everyone's like, "Oh, this guy's done," because they really put a bad light on him. Like they made it seem like he's just done.
I didn't get that. I didn't get that bad light on him.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get a lot of things, but
so that's it. That's the all right. You don't get it. You don't get it. So actually,
yeah, I mean, it's just like
you're wrong, and let's move on.
Yeah, basically. I mean,
no, that's
we could keep talking about it if you want.
I
mean, this is what you're going to see.
I think 33-1 is fair for Brooks. But I think he has I think, okay, we can have a side bet. Koepka doing better than Smith.
What? You're high. I'm not gonna like. Are you gonna give me odds for that?
What do you mean odds? Cam Smith, yeah, I'm giving you odds basically.
Oh, you think Kepka is gonna do better than Smith?
Yeah.
All right. How much do you want to put on that?
I don't know because Cam is 25-1. I'm taking a little bit of the worst of this, but I'll believe the friendly five. Nothing
All right.
crazy.
I mean, it very well could happen. It's fucking golf. Like you said, Cam Smith hasn't been playing well, bro.
Well, it's not that he hasn't been playing
Koepka
well.
just
He doesn't
won.
think exactly. He doesn't think he's
No,
playing his
that's
best.
always been Cam Smith's problem. He's lazy. That's what people always said about him. And it's like last year when he went off, he was like, "Yeah, I actually been practicing this year." That's why everyone's like, "Oh fuck."
And this year he's
Like,
just been
this-
chilling. He got a big
and
deal.
then-
He's just been
yeah,
chilling.
he said he literally went home to Australia and just like partied, like just fucking mullet flapping in the wind
It's a good
in
picture.
Australia.
Good picture you paint there.
Yeah. So but then I don't know. I think there's like this course that there's for certain guys, there's like that there's a comfortability factor. Like you know who is also kind of like a dark horse that I wouldn't I like I don't mind the guy who's kind of like a prick to me though too. Like Bubba. Bubba's won here twice. He's gonna be there. Like what if Bubba just goes off? And those years he won, like it was just like what the fuck? Like
He came out of
that
nowhere.
that shot he hit, what they always show it. I forget what hole it is, but he's in the fucking woods and he hooks like a 60 degree. This man hits like a 60 degree 130 yards and hooks it like I mean it had like a fucking 60 feet of, like no 30 yards of draw on it. Like that shot's nuts.
Yeah, that's. I think I remember you talking about that, and I watched that.
Yeah, Bubba. So like Bubba Watson, he could like get in the top, 15. I think those are kind of like if DFS plays, like I said, Schwartzel, he's had a lot of good finishes. Bubba's won twice.
Are these just live
He-
players you're naming off?
Bubba's live. Yeah, Bubba went to live. Schwartzel, I don't know. Maybe he did go to live.
Schwartzel, I don't think I remember seeing that name. And you're throwing some long, like this guy has long odds. Schwartzel, he's like 300-1.
The South African.
He's right there with Noren. Taylor Moore is at 250-1. Same with Bubba.
Yeah, he's on the live. Wow.
Did you see the pairings?
No, I saw him out, but I didn't really look at him.
There's like Tiger, Victor Hovland. That would be a good pairing. I want to watch the Scheffler Homa pairing. They're playing with somebody else too. They didn't make anything dramatic. Why didn't they do like Tiger Phil? For the fans. Imagine Tiger just gives Phil a tampon.
I don't know if they wouldn't do that to Phil.
Or is like someone going to start throwing teas?
He doesn't really
Rory?
like Phil.
Who threw
But,
the
like,
tea?
they had like beef.
I know.
Patrick Reed.
I don't think he's there. Maybe people are going to start throwing teas
No,
at each
Patrick
other.
Reed's there. Patrick Reed, I know Patrick Reed won the Masters, actually. Like, Patrick Reed.
Wop,
What's
the
his-
historian
How much
buff.
does he cost?
DraftKings prices.
73. I'd play him, man. They'll probably start cheating on the course, though.
Wait, why do you think he's going to start cheating? Is he a cheater?
Just look it up after the pod. I hate explaining everything to you like a child.
Well, okay. What's his name? Patrick Reed.
Patrick Reed. No, he just like he's done questionable shit like multiple times. It's like people are always like he's a cheater. That's
Patrick
funny.
Reed caught red-handed cheating.
See, that's all you had to do is Google, bro. Like you know how to use Google, right?
Well, okay. There's a process of me going through this and researching it and diverting all my attention.
Yeah,
When
there's
you
a process
already
of me
know
like
what happened,
spending. No, but then
it's
there's a
probably you
process of
just
me
summarizing
spending
something.
breath, bro. There's a process of me spending breath. I already have a sleep apnea machine. My breath is precious, bro. Google it, you lazy fuck. Anywho, so
Moving on,
who are
moving
your
on.
picks?
I
Who
guess
do you
Patrick
like?
Reed is a
You've heard
cheater,
who I liked.
and
Who
Guap
do you
doesn't want to
like?
back up his things with any facts. He's just going to just start saying things he's heard on the internet without any explanation to it. But that's cool.
And you looked it up, and it was pretty true. So
And
that's
then
incredible.
putting the viewer in a tough spot to look it up is also kind of mean. It's not just me; other viewers have the same question.
No, our viewers are intelligent and they know the Patrick Reed shit already. Trust me, I know all two of them.
Did he like hit a wrong ball? Just brief summary.
He flew to Texas. He flew to Texas over the weekend, and then on the last day, Sunday, he beat his buddy by 5 strokes. You remember that?
Okay. You want to get into this real quick?
We
All
got-
right,
yeah.
let's play.
By the
Let's play
way,
skins and then worry about the total stroke score.
because we tied skins. There's a tiebreaker. And it
We
wasn't even
tied
close.
skins, and now you're making up tiebreakers.
Okay, we tied skins. I won strokes overall by 5.
Yeah.
That we just didn't care about, but I did win that.
You know, I
So
get the
technically,
award.
I
I get
had
the
the
award for
lower-
not.
Who had the lower score out of the 4 rounds?
Who had the highest score out of the 4 rounds? And was it or was it not in the hundreds?
The highest individual score? Yeah. that was
What
me.
else? What else would it be? The highest
I'm
combined
saying
score.
I'm saying 4 total. 4 total rounds we played. Who had the lowest amount of strokes?
All right,
Me.
so now
Poppy.
I don't even want to
Me,
think about. I'm
listener,
I'm
viewer.
still like legitimately pretty upset about what
I mean, we
what
played
transpired
like
over the
ass.
weekend.
We played just it didn't
Yeah.
start off right when there's 40-mile-per-hour winds
And
my driver calling "This is the way, Mandalorian" to me. I just like, what can I do?
in case you guys don't know what he means by "this is the way," his driver just popped on him. Literally just popped. The face popped out, and I saw him on the cart. He's just trying to hammer it back in on the cement. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Dude, it's popped out." And I looked at it. I'm like,
and then I just heard
"No,
in the
it's supposed to be that way." He's like, "I flew to Texas in order to use their great forge to fix my driver."
the forge of the cement
The
concrete.
forge of the
4-inch
cement
curve.
concrete on number 11. Just, he just hammered
Anyways,
it away.
folks, sponsored by TaylorMade. No, actually, we
Anyways.
dropped our sponsor.
This-
We're back. to
We didn't mention the type of driver, but now that you do mention it, it was a stealth.
Stealth Plus.
A
The
stealth
Stealth One.
plus. And he had to use my TSR 4 that didn't break, just for the record.
No,
You know what
that
I
thing's
could have
well
done
built.
after-
It feels well built. Like,
You know, I had like an old Callaway driver in my closet you could have used.
yeah, it would have been.
Yeah.
I started hitting your driver a little better when I just choked down because like my driver is shorter.
Yeah. I mean, that's good. Good thing. I'm upset, like all the work I did on the range the past few weeks. Nothing
It's just
translated.
new
It's like,
season,
you know, like
start of the
one
season.
step back, 2 step forward. I'm still stepping back right now.
Nah, well, this way you just need to just keep going.
It's about confidence and bringing what you worked on the range to the course. But like the thing is when you're working on things feel super uncomfortable. Kind of like the video I showed last week of me hitting that like pitching wedge. Like when I hit that, it felt really uncomfortable. And then when you go out to the course, you feel uncomfortable and you hit a terrible shot. You're like, okay, I'm gonna not feel uncomfortable now.
Yeah.
And
No, and you can't take a shit ton of swing thoughts to the course. You just can't.
right.
You're gonna it's gonna fuck up. Like you can't think like I do believe it's like when there's mechanics, certain mechanical things like you're better doing when you don't think about the mechanics, you know. So it's the same with golf. Like when after like when you're throwing the ball, like say you're in a game and you're playing outfield or whatever, and you got to you catch and you're trying to throw somebody out. Like you're not thinking like, okay, I need to fucking make sure my fucking back straight, right elbows tough. You don't think of that. You just practice it and you let it go because
It's
or like Curry. Curry's not thinking like, okay, I need elbow in. Like he's just shooting, bro. Like,
yeah, and what you're talking about is like the learning model.
mental.
The
Yeah,
learning model. It's like at first when you're a beginner, it's like you conscious incompetence. You know that you don't know anything and you're trash.
yeah, yeah,
Or well, that's the second one. The first one is you don't know what you don't know. So you're just unknowing, you go
yeah,
into something.
yeah.
And then you build it up to, well, now you know what you don't know. And then so that's conscious incompetence. And then there's like conscious competence. Now you know what you're good at. And then you train everything to unconscious competence is what you're getting at, where you just know what to do.
Yeah, you gotta be unconscious.
Yeah,
Just
you got to do it in your subconscious instead of like not thinking about it. But it's easier said than done, especially on the course when you're just like, I need to hit this ball somewhere. But it felt like I started off like doing it and then not doing it. And then towards the end, I started doing it again, but it actually felt good. So that's a plus. It's just nobody broke 80. Nobody broke 90.
Yeah.
Thought it was going to be
Last day I
competitive.
wanted to. I just fucking it's on the front nine.
Yeah, it was.
I couldn't chip. Like it's different chipping there. Like there's no rough. I mean, there's rough, but it's just like not like greenside rough.
It's early in the
And then when
season
you
too.
get in the rough, like you're fucked because it's gonna be
The
thick
rough
as fuck.
is terrible here.
Yeah.
Maybe it's good you didn't experience the rough.
I mean, I
Would've
found
been-
my
it would have
ball
been
in
a
it
little
couple
rough.
times. Well, there's also it was really rough. But then there's those few times too where like you hit it in that rough and
You lost your ball.
it's gone. It's just
It
gone.
wasn't even
Like,
that thick. It wasn't even that thick. You
no.
just have to
And
like
it was that one time we lost it was just a dog shit drive top city and it went right in front of us and none of us could find it. Granted, the other two guys looking for it, probably their eyesight was fucking.
hey, let's not shit on Carmine, all right?
Carmine was a legend.
He could hit that. He could hit
He
that
could-
3 hybrid like 50.
Like,
He could like that carry on that thing.
man, he has
He-
to lay up perfectly. to
Swing
every
easy.
fucking-
Swing easy is what he had written on his
He
shirt.
still smacked it around.
Swing easy, go long.
Just 100-yard difference in between the tees we're playing and they're playing. Anyways, okay, so who do you like? Who
Okay.
do you think
Back
could
to the
win?
Masters. So I already was talking about Homa.
Do you like Homa this week?
I think Homa has a good chance of winning. I'll probably bet on him.
Really?
I think
I just don't think he's. I don't think he's ready.
JT could make a run.
Okay, I like JT. I
Tiger?
haven't talked about JT a lot.
Tiger could show up and just win. No, I don't. Tiger
it'd be
could
magical.
I think he can make the cut and play 4 rounds.
Does he want like he's gonna be hurting by the 4th day?
I don't think he's as hurt as he was last year. So that's good.
I still think he's fucked. That leg is like because the problem with here it's hilly. It's not flat. Riviera looked pretty flat. This it's like hills. It's
True.
yeah. I mean, he could probably make the cut. I mean, didn't he last year? Or
He can hit the ball far, like him out
Yeah,
driving
he can.
JT
It's just
and
the
stuff.
walking. Like he said, he's like, I could hit the shots right now. That's what I
Just
guess
can't
he
walk.
said. Yeah, it's just the walking.
That's crazy. You can like swing a golf club at a professional level, but you can't walk.
Yeah, and like he can't like I wonder if there's a rule on a cart. I've always heard people like, why can't he just use a cart? Like,
Senior
yeah,
tour, they can, right?
yeah, probably. Actually, I think a lot of them walk too.
Yeah, I think it's just preference. Um, so the top of the list. So I was kind of mentioning it before about who I liked, but I think Rory has a good chance of pulling it out this week. As long as he gets over the mental stuff about it being his fourth major or whatever, I like his chances. I thought he was killing the ball. He had good touch around the greens, and that's kind of been what he's struggled with. So I wouldn't be surprised to see McIlroy pull it out this week. Um, Justin Thomas, already mentioned him. I don't think Burns or Fleetwood. I mean, they're not going to win it. I think they could finish decent, get a good top 15 run
Yeah,
under their
Fleetwood's
belt.
been pretty consistent this year. Matsuyama just won it
Matsuyama.
2 years ago.
If any, I've heard that some people like Matsuyama.
He won
I'm
it.
he like finished what top? He finished top 10 last week, right? And he was like
Yeah, that's and
one of the bigger names.
he's coming on.
What about Kitayama,
No,
your boy?
no, it's not ready yet.
Not
I
ready,
think
huh?
over him, I would say Minwoo because Minwoo played last year and he went low, or that one day he went low. I think he finished at +2, tied for 14th with like a bunch of guys. But he had that crazy back nine. Yeah, he went 73, 75, 72, 70.
Who is that?
Um, Minwoo Lee.
Hmm. Yeah.
So
What
like,
is this? His
I would
second year?
I would say,
I,
is
I
Kitayama even in it?
yeah, he is. He got that win. He's top
Yeah,
50.
I would say Minwoo Lee probably has a better chance to me than like Kitayama.
I mean, the books agree with you. He's like almost 3 times as likely. 3 times better odds. Minwoo's 66-1 versus Kitayama at
What
150.
about Bryson DeChambeau?
Bryson DeChambeau. I mean, I'm not very bullish on him. He's at 125-1.
Watch him just go off. Chris Kirk. I mean, he's been playing good all year, and he has
He's been
really
playing
high.
solid. Fuck, I got like a mosquito in here.
Oh,
I'm gonna get you off of my screen. Okay, that's done. But yeah, Kirk's been playing solid. There's a lot. Like, I mean, think about it. This field's stacked. A lot of these people have been playing solid as of late. Jason Day, he can pull out a top
mhm.
5 easy. Scotty, John, Rahm. Rahm has seen better days. I'm surprised. Like, yeah, because he had a good start in January, but that was a few months ago. He's been struggling. He had a withdrawal and match play. He didn't get out of his group. The time before that, I think he missed the cut at the Players. No?
Not sure.
Players. Yeah, he withdrew from the Players. That was the stomach bug, right? Arnold Palmer, he made the cut. Genesis, he won. Genesis was Riviera. So I guess that was when he got super lucky on that eagle. I remember that. That was when Homa played with him. Okay. Things are making sense. So he really just withdrew from the Players and
Yeah, no, I
didn't do
like
well
Rahm
in the
this
match
week.
play. And he was tied for 39 at Arnold Palmer when he was hitting in the water. Remember we made that gif? I made that the
Yeah.
meme. Is Rom done? It was like a week after he won, and I was just messing around. But anyways, maybe it was 2 weeks. I think the Honda Classic was in the middle of that. But yeah, I mean, you can't count any of them out. Definitely. I'm sur- I'm surprised Rory's the same odds as Scotty though. Cantley, Cantley can just consistently get you in there too. Cam Smith, good name to look at. I think he's in a pretty sick group too. You on the Masters website? Let me look at.
Yeah.
What's it? Just masters.com?
Yeah.
The Masters. The Masters.
But all right, let's what are we doing now? Let's do
Gooch.
our actual picks.
Let's talk a little bit about DraftKings real quick. Course fit.
Yeah, like I said, um Schwartzel, I like that as a deeper play. Even like I said, a Watson. If you're looking for like deeper guys,
Oh,
cheaper
okay. Let
with
me
some
just finish
course
this last
history.
thought. So Cam Young is playing with Rom and Thomas. That's a crazy group.
That's a good little group to watch.
Okay, but yeah, as far as DraftKings, let's look at the pricing and the picks. So go on what you were saying about the lower price and what have you.
No, Schwartzel, I kind of like um, lower price guy that has good history here. And like Bubba Watson, lower price guy. He's won the tournament twice. Older now, live guy, but he could just. This course is kind of like they say it favors lefties a little bit. Some holes, um,
It's more about like
but I
players
don't
that
see
can
like
shape their
Phil.
shots both ways.
Yeah, I don't like Phil. I don't know. He he's in his 50s, that was amazing. He won that one major when he did, but
Rory is
what if Phil just comes out and starts balling? That'd be
I don't think
wild.
it's gonna happen. But the most popular pick this week is Rory, and I think just because he's a little bit less expensive than Scotty. Scotty and Rom are both more expensive than McIlroy, but they're all pulling the same about the same ownership percentage. A lot of people are off Rom, and I can see that just because of the recent tournaments we were just discussing there. So maybe that's a good tournament play, getting off the field and going with Rom. But at the same time, my heart can't fade McIlroy again. I had to fade him in the match play. It sucked. Cam Smith, your boy,
Yeah,
he's really low
he's.
owned. He's high leverage play.
Bro, I would like
He's the fourth most expensive
watch, bro.
person.
He's gonna go off.
But what is it? Just because is the only narrative I hear is the narrative everybody else goes off of?
The mullet flapping through the wind. Yeah, what other narrative do you need? There's literally like I don't know what else you need, bro.
I need him to come out and say, yes, I've been practicing. That's it. And let us know you're practicing, not drinking Foster's.
Australian beer.
Foster's.
What about Zalatoris? What's his ownership looking like?
Zala. I mean, just 11%. Right below him, M is like twice as much.
Yeah, Zalatoris hasn't been,
Yeah. M is very chalky this week.
but
There,
last 2 years, Zalatoris top 6. And your boy.
Atten. And it's kind of popular. I mean,
I think Rose is 1 year too, hasn't he?
yeah, that's probably, and he's like super owned.
Is he? Yeah, probably because he won. Joaquin Neiman, look at that.
Yep.
I hate.
Neiman, what were you? Were you talking Neiman up or something?
Yeah, he's like he younger guy went to live. He won the players not last year. I don't know how many times he's played here though. I think Answer had a better finish than him. Yeah, Abraham Answer 8 under that year. DJ won.
Utsenheisen.
That's kind of like a
Is that who you like?
random. Oosthuizen?
Yeah, but yeah, you're saying
No, I
not
like Louis,
Neiman.
but he's just older. No, I mean Neiman's good young player. I don't know, but the thing is, like, I don't know what the fuck uh, he's been doing, and he hasn't had as strong as finish as a Cam Smith. But I compare him to like a Cam Smith, like those younger guys with talent.
Are they on? Is he on live?
Yeah, he's on live. Remember, he was like with that Micho Pereira guy in the full swing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a weird week because people are gonna want to play the live guys because they don't get to play them.
yeah, I'm sure some of that's going on,
But at the same time, Kepka is showing 9% ownership, and I think that's way too low, especially for where he's priced. He's the price at 7,600
yeah,
or some. Yeah,
yeah,
he's
they
priced
really
at-
don't think he's gonna do shit, huh? Dude, he was just in every major on his run though. Like that's why it was like it's hard almost not to pick him for like me.
I don't like
It's
these
like
projections.
I like
So,
Corey Connors again. Like why not?
that's what I'm saying. Like Corey Connors is projected twice as much ownership than Kepka, and it's like I don't think so. I don't think that'll happen
That'd
in
be
reality.
interesting to see what it turns out to be.
I bet it's flipped.
Or like Bryson, like people love Bryson.
Really?
Wonder how much he's
No,
gonna be
he's
picked.
2% owned. Who loves Bryson? I just look at him and I want to talk shit to him.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, because I just talk shit to everybody. Or of course, like he just looks like someone you talk shit to.
Yeah. I just think he's just like I said, he's just disrespected this course way too much. Fleetwood. I mean,
Disrespecting
I can
course.
see Fleetwood with the top 10. Like I really can. He's cheap, but I would like Kepka. I don't want to play him too much. I think I've like look at Bradley. Keegan Bradley's pretty high up there, 7,400. Like I'm not picking him this week. I don't think.
Right? Bryson?
No, yeah. I mean, I think Bryson could be like a dark horse play because he definitely has like the talent to just get on a run. Like, I mean, he's won a U.S. Open.
It's like all these
He
players
hits
have that
bombs.
kind of talent to just
Yeah,
win.
He's one of
Because
those
that's why
guys
they're
could just
there.
pop out. But he's won another major. He won the Open.
Were you saying somebody at 7,400 answer or something?
Answer,
Keegan.
he finished pretty high the COVID year. I remember he was like leading into Saturday, and then like DJ just came on, and he ended up like kind of dropping strokes. So I think he still finished like top 10. He's cheap. No, the cheapest one. Look, Bubba 6,900. I bet you he makes a cut. And like Bubba's one of those guys, he puts up numbers because like he'll just drop birdies. But then he might give you a couple bogeys back, but he could like hit those like birdie streaks, you know?
Yeah.
Schwartzel. I mean, maybe there's something, I don't know. I feel like they're not get of him at a higher ranking. He's placed pretty well at
Is he a live
this
guy?
tournament. Yeah, he's on a live now. He's older though. Like he's old.
Are you just using this platform to talk about all the live guys this week? Because I feel like
No.
that's what you're doing.
No, you just don't know any players.
I don't know any live guys. They're dead to me.
They were all on the PGA too.
And I'm just all for
Finau.
PGA. Everyone else is dead to me. Cameron who? Young?
Finau.
No. I don't really have any ill will towards the live guys. I just don't know any of them because I've been just deep in the PGA Tour streets, as one would say. Anyways, should we look at my cards? Build some lineups. What do you think is the best way to build these Rainmaker lineups? Should I just have a couple just completely stacked to the gills lineups?
Yeah.
Or should I have spread them out, have 3 really good guys and then 2 bad ones?
I would just stack them.
Just stack the fuck out of a couple of them. So I get it like a...
I think I literally only have one lineup because I just put...
Bro, that means I could have like a Jason Day, Scotty Scheffler, Max Oma, Rom.
I don't know how Day's going to play.
And then Fleetwood. I can have like such a sick lineup. I can get Tiger.
Like, Day could just pop off though. Day's been hot.
Day has been playing well, and I like the way he's been playing. When him and M, I think it was him and M. No, it was Scotty Scheffler and M. They like had a crazy match. It might have just been the course, but it just seemed like they were playing well. Anyways, I was gonna update my DraftKings lineup against you. What was I gonna do? I don't know.
Do we have one?
Did you make one? I made a lineup for our cash game. Just go to your notifications. It pops up.
Fuck it, I'll just pick.
I like Burns this week, though. All right, let's look at my Rainmaker stuff. Here. My cards. No, we're going to go to my contest. Let's enter in some contests. I made a rare one. I thought about putting like Scotty in my rare lineup. My good rare. And possibly just...
I got Rory. Yeah, I'm just going, and I got Zalatoris with those 8, that pack. So I'm just going with...
You can make a couple lineups this week then, right?
No. I'm just going with McIlroy, Thomas, Zalatoris all on the same one, and then I have Siwoo Kim, and I have Adam Svensson. That's my one lineup. I only have 4 other cards. Guess I could go buy some, but then it's like, I don't know. Did you win any on your lineups last week in Rainmakers?
No, bricked out. It was kind of sad.
It's just like it becomes a lot of money, bro. Because
I bought like one card last week, and yeah, it becomes like a lot of.
And like, there's no live guys on this, so like you could really miss this week if like
a live guy wins,
or like say like a few place in like the top 10. Like that means, well, I guess everyone is going against that too. So
Rainmakers is hard just as far as like stacking players with each other. There's like, it's not like football where you can just stack and then have a secondary stack and things like that. So it turns into like this weird thing where you can't predict if Finau goes off, will Hatton go off? You know what I mean? It's just like, it's all random, and hopefully you just click the right buttons.
Yeah.
I'm going to put Finau here as the captain of this one. Finau, Hatton, Day, Kim. Who is this? Siwoo Kim.
You like that?
And then Mitchell over Zalatoris. I might throw Bradley in this one. Yeah. We'll throw Bradley in. Submit.
Oh, Matt Fitzpatrick this week.
Oh yeah. No, I don't like him, but I do have a Matt Fitzpatrick card, so I'm gonna put him in this next one.
Kurt Kitayama. Yeah, what if he does just go off his
Ooh, I have Burns. Why are you just sitting back here? Okay, Burns, and who was I? I was gonna put Fitzpatrick in. Fitzmagic. Burns, Mitchell, Bradley. I don't know about Scott. You can get out. Let's go. So Burns, Mitchell, Bradley, Zalatoris, Fitzpatrick. The Zalatoris Fitzpatrick stack is going to be very underowned because they both haven't been playing very well. Burns, though, I kind of want to put Burns in a different lineup. I'll put Taylor Moore in this one.
Taylor Moore.
Let's Captain Fitzpatrick. Ooh, just building up all these lineups. But yeah, it's so difficult choosing these things. And it's just a matter of like you have to go all out on a player, like a very underowned player, and just have like 4x the field and have like do that with like 3 people and then they all hit and then you'll randomly get the next 2. I don't know. I'm not sure about my strategy with GFS. But it seems like the best thing to do, make sure you just course history. Make sure you just weight course history a little bit in these. All right, should we do our picks?
Yeah, let's do our picks. Wrap this up.
All right. Do you want to go first? I go first.
Up to you.
All right. I'll go first. I think I've kind of already narrowed. I kind of already said my picks. So, but I feel like some of them are a little cop out. I'll put 2. Let's just say Homa, top 5, Homa, and
we'll do top 10.
Okay, top 10, Homa, and let's see here.
Wow, doesn't even know who to pick.
Well, because like I feel like there's an obvious top 10 I can go for, but I just want to pick some.
Obvious.
Okay. Homa, Cantley, and then McIlroy wins.
And then the winner, McIlroy.
Yep.
Okay. Top 10. So, man, top 10. I got Rahm. Top 10. Oh man. It's like, do I have balls? I got Rahm top 10, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna go DJ top 10.
Ooh.
And then
Spicy.
winning top 10. So I said John Rahm and Dustin Johnson. Winner, I gotta go. I've been talking it all day. Cam Smith.
Cam Smith. You're gonna have him win.
Yep, I got him winning. So you got Homa, Cantley, Rory winning. I got Rom, DJ, top 10, winner, Cam Smith. I don't know. I mean, come on, DJ. There's no way DJ doesn't have a chance. Nah, you know,
I don't know. I
switching off
like. I mean, I like DJ. We didn't really talk. I think you may have mentioned him a bit.
Nah, fuck
earlier.
It, leave it. I just gotta leave it at this point.
Yeah,
So those are our picks. But yeah, you ready? We're wrapping this up now, or what?
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
All right.
All right. Well, happy Masters Week. Hopefully, the weather
Happy Masters Week
goes well.
Yeah, we're gonna see. That could be a big factor. Either way, it's gonna be a fun weekend to watch. So
Yep. Excited. Should be some good matchups. Hopefully, Tiger brings in the crowds. Which that's
Probably
another
will.
point we didn't really touch on, but was as far as like the group Tiger's playing with, like they all play worse because of that effect.
Yeah.
Anyways, thanks for checking it out. Have a good Masters Week, everyone.